the park in Montague a day? Or a week, let's say?
I probably
Are you dodging the holes down through there now?
can. Yeah.
Okay. That's what we just need to get that
No, I know that.
blacktop on it. The main goal right now was Extra. That was the next thing on the agenda.
But I think
Extra
we need-
Drive, and we've got Old State Road to finish from Terrace to Arlington. We've got that to do. We've got to put
So are we
in,
working on, have we now given Jay the authority to go ahead with the design?
you,
Not this
On
design.
the state?
Just the topo.
just to
I'm
topo.
gonna take all the grades, the elevations, and we're
Okay.
gonna meet with the
And then we're gonna
SD one and the waterworks and do it.
Then we're gonna get the design.
Yes.
Yeah.
That's
Because
a separate
we have
entity for
we have
that.
to keep this flow going so we can.
Here, you wanna read?
I agree.
Here,
We just talked about it.
here.
So can we get back to where we were and or do you wanna discuss more, Monty, or?
I just, I prefer we had a little more time on this, and I prefer that this wasn't thrown at us before, which is why I asked that we have discussion before we have first readings of ordinances, but, it's out there. And I don't have a huge problem with the building voters. That doesn't mean it's a done deal, but probably about 80% there in this economy.
Here. Monty, right there.
Okay, so where are we?
Can I put
I
a
think
motion on,
Motions
can I put a
on the
motion on the table? I'd like to put a motion on the table that we hear from the residents that want
There's a motion already on the table.
Where is there a motion on the table?
I think, that's my question.
I'd like to close the debate.
Yeah, that was the motion. that's
Oh,
good.
okay.
And you have to vote on that.
We haven't closed debate, so you can amend something if you want.
All right, do I hear a second on closing the debate?
Second.
All right, all in favor?
Aye.
Show of hands. All right, we've closed the debate. Any opposed? All right, Robert,
I'd like to put a motion on the table now that we hear from the residents that are here that would like to speak on this matter.
do I hear a second?
I second.
All in favor? A show of hands. Okay,
You want to do it?
ayes have it. Call the first one, stand at the podium and state your name.
Stella Snorting. I just want to ask, as a resident, if this goes to vote, that the residents understand, if it's at $235 per thousand, the dates, some approximate dates for all those roads, and then if it's at $155 per thousand, what are those dates? Just so they're making an informed decision, not just kind of a, 80 cents sounds good. So, that's all I wanted to ask.
Anybody else got anything?
Rob McAtee, I've lived here all my life. I've been a homeowner for over 30 years. I kind of agree with Albert over there that I've been paying these taxes as long as I want you to. And I think if you put it to a vote, that the people that have the new streets are not going to vote for it. They're going to want to cut the tax. Well, I want to keep it as it is, or make it 40 cents half, what Albert said. I'm in Altavia. I'm probably last on the list. But I've been paying for all the streets that are done. I'm paying for Don Street because it's done. I'm paying for Amsterdam. I'm paying for Exeter. I'm paying for, the streets that are new. And I think I deserve my street to get done in some kind of a timely manner also. And secondly, I think Mayor Ketchum needs to learn how to talk to people that are in the audience and treat them like respectable citizens and not children or some of your employees you can just yell at.
Anything else? Does anybody else have anything you want to say?
I have a comment on the,
11 down is Altavia.
oh no, I
20.
thought, Jay, how many streets have we finished already?
I'm not sure the number of streets, but we're probably 35% done, somewhere in that range, with the number of streets.
So that would mean a larger amount of voters, 60, that,
He's talking about the
No.
resident.
I'm just talking what about the ones that are finished, but the
Is it
the
only
ones that aren't
35%
finished?
of the
35
voters
versus 65.
would be, according to your, reasoning, motivated
I think
to?
dollars were probably more than that. And I don't know, you can maybe correct me if I'm wrong, but probably one of the biggest undertakings that we did with this match fund was the storm drain down Amsterdam. And that was huge, that was $400,000 worth of work or more. And that kind of tied everything together. I think some of those,
And shouldn't that be another factor we're considering, because we've turned our SD1 over, so we're not gonna have that responsibility now. We can
right,
focus
now
on
we
the
may be
roads.
looking at half.
Yeah, we can focus on the roads.
1/3, 2/3 will pay it.
We were getting half back anyway. We may still get only half back on some projects, but maybe we get it all. on some.
It might be a whole, that's the thing, is it might be, we sat here for half an hour, it might be a whole mute issue, we had quantitative numbers. I don't know if we, who
If we
come
can
up with
just stay focused on street replacement and try to minimize the overlay and stuff like
Well,
that.
that's great, but people do have to be able to
Well,
get
no,
to
I
work,
know,
so they.
but like on Amsterdam, I sent Skip an email, you know, I don't know if you take that into consideration, but if we just if we just put 15 feet of roadway
Right, I agree.
and then painted a white line on either side,
Mhm.
it would be a berm, we could cut by.
I sent you an email back and said I agree with what you said.
Okay, good.
Yeah, I think that's
But
it.
under consideration anyway.
Yeah.
But I do think that without that happening, you know, if they're gonna cover 100% of most of what they say, that will make more funds go into our roads.
Okay, we're getting
So-
off the subject here, as we need to get back on the second reading ordinance number 5. Do I hear a motion? Do I hear a second?
Second.
All in favor?
I thought we voted on
They voted on debate.
All opposed, no debate.
Okay.
Who's against putting this out?
I'm against it, and I would like to document in the minutes, because I like quantitative numbers to when the project's going to be done at the 255 versus the 155. So the number saying 235 is this, 155 is that.
Ordinance number 5 is
I think
passed.
we could do that too, with the help of Jada,
I think it'd be easy to do.
for
I think it'd
people to
be-
see.
First reading of ordinance number 6. Where do you go? Well, E.